So I would like to preface what will be discussed here by saying that I enjoy dogs and all animals alike. I would never condone the wrongful killing of an animal for enjoyment or to inflict pain for personal humor or enjoyment. So until you have been attacked by a dog, you will never know the feeling that some people have had to endure, the pain that some people suffer from incidents involving dogs. Not a day passes that we do not read of a dog somewhere in the United States attacking and badly injuring, sometimes even killing a person, and many of these cases, particularly those involving fatalities. So let's get into some statistics here. There are approximately 4.5 million reported dog bites annually in the United States. That's annually. And out of those 4.5 million bites, 20 human fatalities directly resulting from those. So, according to the Insurance Information Institute, insurance companies alone paid $317 million in 2005 for dog bite liability claims. Of the estimated 4.7 million people who were bitten by dogs in 1994, 800,000 of those sought medical care. Of these, 332,000 needed treatment in emergency rooms, and 6,000 were hospitalized. So, let us dive into the weird science that is dog biting and try to comprehend why it is dogs bite or do what they do. So, what provokes a dog to bite? If you know your dog is tense or fearful or protected in certain situations, and the dog was in one of those situations when he bit, you may know what probably provoked him. Not all bites are obviously provoked, but many dogs give clear warnings before they bite that we humans never bother to see. The dog is protecting a resting place. The dog is protecting its owner or the owner's property. A child has done something to provoke or frighten the dog. The dog is old, grumpy, maybe having a bad day, and has no patience for the actions of the human. The dog may be injured, may be sick. I personally can validate an instance where a family member was bitten with no apparent warning from the dog. Realistically speaking, it would be extremely difficult to pinpoint any sort of warning, especially when a dog can attack with no warning. And that has been a proven fact. Dog lovers. And when I say dog lovers, I really want to stress the people who value dogs above everything else on this earth. They have convinced people that dogs are something other than the animals that they are. Dogs are not children. And people who think raising a dog is the same thing as raising a child have no business raising either. So what's it going to take? One of your children being bitten? A dog is not a person. It may be a pet, but it is still also an animal. Any dog that severely bites or attacks a person, especially a child, should be immediately euthanized. For the sake of people who are listening now and are avid dog lovers, to the extent that dogs are above everything else on this earth and considered to be equal to humans, and are sitting there wondering how I could feel this way, let me ask you this. Why is it that when a human kills someone or severely, intentionally hurts a person to the extent that the victim has some severe traumatic issues resulting from this, people want them locked up, they want them executed? But if a dog does the same thing, it's not a big deal, and the dog should just get a pass. One of the biggest reasons why we have an attachment to dogs is mainly because of their natural human-like behavior. But with this notion lies many questions. We as humans have decided to domesticate an animal. And then when the animal acts up, we put them on a pedestal as though there is no way the dog should be punished for his actions. It's the human's fault for whatever reason. And that is not to say that humans haven't provoked a dog to bite, but the main point here is that dogs are animals. They should be treated as such, and although we think it wise to have them as pets, we must always remember that dogs still have a hunting and protecting instinct inside of them. Their genetics prove from their evolution that although they have become extremely domesticated by us humans, that they still have extreme signs of having their wolf-like genes come to light at a moment's notice. And we as the dominant species must always do what we need to do to protect our own. We must continue to take heed with the ownership of animals and always do what we must do to make positive the highest level of safety for our own families. So, on that note, I would like to leave you with this. When is it a good time to put a dog down? What has to transpire to make you change your mind? Your child being bitten? You yourself being bitten? Your mother being bitten? Or will you continue to make attempts at rationalizing and making excuses for dogs that injure human beings? Is the argument always going to be that it's the human's fault? That we somehow provoke the animal, the dog, to bite us? When there is statistical data proven that dogs don't always give warnings or signs before they bite. I want to take this opportunity to challenge you. I want to challenge you to look at the data. I want to challenge you to hear the stories. See how it affects people's lives in hopes that you will see and understand. Thank you.